There are several challenges when you try to generate sentiment score for news article, just like we did for tweet. So the problem is there are many words, so it may not give you proper score because there are many words that are talking about. If it is a tweet, it directly talks about Apple, but if it is an article, it might talk about Apple employees, Apple performance 10 years ago. So your algorithm must be smart enough to understand what is the context in it and how many like it shouldn't give you bad results just because the article is big. So that's the reason in this course we have used only headlines. So we have used headlines, and you can go through this. We have used headlines and try to generate sentiment score. But to improve this, you can see in the another course. The name is Natural Language Processing in Trading. So this is an natural extension of this particular course, where in this we try to design a machine learning model that learns the sentiment score given by this Vader model and try to analyze the articles. So if I can go back to the structure, so these first two parts are covered in getting tweets and news headlines course, and following that in the next course, which is natural language processing, we used the XGBoost model. So earlier we were discussing about the structure of machine learning. So at this part, for this ML model, we have used XGBoost and trying the model. See what the input we gave was, so we gave the scores given by the Vader model as input and make the model learn the sentiment scores, etc., and then predicted what could happen tomorrow. Like we labeled whether a positive sentiment or a negative sentiment. So you can go through this course. So as you can see, the course starts by explaining what is natural language processing and how to get news headlines data. So generally, you can get news headlines data by subscribing to APIs like Webhouse, News API, or even Google News. But then, yeah, some news APIs will not be free. You might need to pay for it. But you can also, if you want to try, you can also find research material online. And we have also provided news headlines data at the end of this course. So in the last section, you can download the zip file in which you have an Excel sheet with news headlines. So as you can see, so we try to predict the sentiment score using XGBoost. So what exactly we are doing is, for a small piece of sentence, we are able to generate score. But then for a big article, we might need to develop a model that's going to give you proper sentiment score or sentiment class. So for that, we have used XGBoost. So the code is available here, so which is clearly explained step by step. So yeah, so we have imported news headlines and news data, and we already have sentiment score generated by the Vader model. By using this as training variable, just like we have explained in the machine learning model, we split the data into test and train. So here we split the data into test and train, and we took a ratio of 0.8. So 20% of the data we are using for testing, and 80% of the data we are using for training. And we have run the XGBoost model on this data. And okay, let me just scroll down. So yeah, we generated. So this is a classification report. So it is okay. It's not a very great model, but then it was doing good. So 0.7 is the F1 score for around 0.65 is the average F1 score, and 0.725 is the average prediction accuracy. So here we use the XGBoost model, a machine learning model, to learn the logic with which we use the Vader model. So this is the most basic form of using machine learning to understand the sentiment of publicly available material like news or analyst reports. So if you can go through the course, there are improvements for this also, because for any machine learning model, you can't directly give text data. You might have to you have to convert the text data into number so that the model can understand. So there are several ways you can do. So this BOW bag of words or TF-IDF, word vector, bet, all these models are there. These are all the models that's going to help you to convert a text data into numerical data, so that machine learning model can learn from it and try to predict the sentiment class for you.